So in this video, we're going to learn how to find the missing values in tables. So if we look at this table, we see that there are some values that are already filled in. We can see that our X values are over here on the left side. We've got some of them filled in, some of them missing. And our Y values are on the right side. Some of those are filled in, some of those are missing as well. The first thing I'm going to do in the very beginning is I'm going to go on and highlight, kind of color in any of the boxes where both the X and the Y values are filled in. Like this very first box has both of them filled in. This box toward the bottom has both of them filled in. And these are going to be ones where I use to check my answers kind of at the ends. Now, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to focus on the X values. I want to fill in those empty boxes before I can really figure out what the ratio is. So I'm going to look first, and I'm going to see, are there any of these boxes where there's 2 in a row that are filled in? And I see right here, this 8 and 10, they're both filled in, and they're one after another. There's no spaces in between. So I'm going to think to myself, what pattern is it between 8 and 10? Are they skip counting? How are they skip counting? And so I know right away 8 and 10 are both even numbers, and they're skip counting by 2 because all they left out was 9. So I know that the pattern must be you skip count by 2 every time. You add 2 to your number every time. So we have 8, 10. Now if I'm not sure what comes after 10 in this next box, if I'm not really sure what number should be skipped, I can say 8. Then they skipped 9. They wrote 10. That means they'll skip 11. 12 goes in this box. They should skip 13. 14 goes in this box, which is good. They already have that, so that's kind of a little checkpoint for me. So they already have the 14. We skip 15. 16 goes in this box. I skip 17. 18 goes in this box. So I'm going to count out loud and just see if that sounds right. 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. I know from all my practice with skip counting, counting by 2s, that does sound right. All those are even numbers. They go in order that they're supposed to. So we still have these 2 boxes left up here. Now if you're not very good at skip counting backwards, that's okay. We'll just start with this 2. So after 2 I know is 3, but that's the number we skip. So 4 goes in this box. After 4 comes 5, but we skip that. 6 goes in this box. After 6 comes 7, but we've skipped that, and good. 8 comes in this box, and that was already filled in. So that's another checkpoint where I know that I'm on the right track. So we have all those X values filled in. I'm going to go on and erase this side a little bit just so we don't have all this mess over here. I'm going to go fill in the Y values now. Now if I look, I see that there's a 3, a 9, a 18, a 21. That's even and odd numbers, so they're not skip counting by 2. Once again, I'm going to see, are there any boxes where there's 2 filled in back to back? And I see right here, these 2 are filled in back to back. They're the only 2. So I'm going to say, what's the pattern? Well, they have 18. They didn't use 19. They didn't use 20, but they did use 21. So it looks like they're adding 3 each time. They're skipping 2 numbers in between and writing down the 3rd number. So that's what I'm going to do each time. So they have 21. They skip 22. They skip 23. The next number is 24, so that's the one I'm going to write down. They skip 25. They skip 26. 27 must be the next one. Now once again, I'm going to go back and fill in some of these numbers back towards the beginning. I already have 3. I'm going to have to skip 4, and I'm going to have to skip 5 because I'm skipping 2 each time. My next one is 6. I'm going to have to skip 7. I'm going to have to skip 8. My next number is 9. That's a good checkpoint. It was already in there, and that's what I counted, so it means I'm on the right track. After 9 comes 10, and then 11. Then the next one is 12. Then 13. And then 14 is skipped, and then we write down 15. And I'm going to double check just to make sure that this next one is 18 and I'm on the right track. So we have 15, skip 16, skip 17, and yep, there's 18, so I know I'm on the right track. So I'm going to go on and erase these so that we have all this space free to check our work. Because now that we've got this filled in, we're going to check our work. So remember I said these 2 that we kind of highlighted are the ones we're going to use to be checking our work. So the way I can do it is I'm going to use this first box, and then I'm going to check it with this next box to figure out what the pattern is. The pattern will be the same in each of those. The ratio will be the same. So I know that the ratio is a 2 and a 3. So the ratio is 2 to 3. Now, if I look 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, I should be able to add 2 to each number on the x values, and I should be able to add 3 to each number in the y values, and it should be the same. So if I have 2 dots on this side and 3 dots on this side, I should be able to put them in groups of 2 and in groups of 3, right? So let's go on to the 14 and the 21. So see what we did up here? I'm going to clean this up a little bit. We had our 3 dots, and I'm putting them into groups of 1 for 3 total groups. It'll make more sense as we go along. So 14, I'm going to draw 14 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Then I'm going to draw 21 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21. So I'm going to actually count on here, and I'm going to say first box, second box, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh box. So in this first box, right here, see how we put 1 dot in each circle? In this 7th box, I'm going to put 7 dots in each circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And as you can see, there are 2 different groups here. And once again, if I put them in groups of 7 on this side, I got to put them in groups of 7 on this side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These circles are kind of funny looking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we can see that there are 2 groups on this side and there are 3 groups on this side. Just like up here, there were 2 groups on this side and 3 groups on this side. So we've double checked in our first 2 that were filled in. Now we know that the ratio 2/3 does work out on these 2. And so now we figured out those are our groups that we're going to do. So let's erase these and let's check about 2 more just to make sure that the work that we did on our own was correct. So let's look at 6 and 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And once again, this is the 1, 2, 3rd box down, so we're going to put them in groups of 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Same thing on this side. We're going to circle our groups of 3s, and it's important that I make my dots nice and neat so that they're not all jumbled up all over the place. We see again here, this has 2 groups, this has 3 groups, just like our original box up here is 2 and 3. That's our ratio. Let's do one more just to be sure. Let's do our 10 and our 15. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th box down. So we're going to put them in groups of 5. 5 dots in each box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I see there's 5 right here. Double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Good. So there's 2 groups of 5 dots over here. And we're going to put them in groups of 5 on this side as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. And we have none left over. That's good. Because if we had one left over, we mean that we had messed up in one of our columns. And there are 1, 2, 3 groups. And that boils down again to our original ratio of 2 to 3. Now, we could go through and we could do this with every single one of these numbers. And in this case, they would be correct. They would all have 2 groups in the x values and 3 groups in the y values, because I did do it correctly. But if for some reason there was one messed up, one had a dot that didn't fit in a circle, or we didn't have enough dots in one of the circles, then we would have to go back and we would have to fix it and see where we made our mistakes and kind of redo our counting, redo our skip counting, and see where we had made our mistake in the column. But in this case, our box ended up being correct, and so that was great.